being here. Uh, you've actually heard our director Prashant Rao Garu and our head of sales Sanjay Garu brief you about Poulomi and the upcoming project being launched in Bangalore. I would like to emphasize a little on the projects we have executed so far and the ongoing projects and also upcoming projects in Hyderabad. So we've had a very successful 20-year journey. We've started off exactly 20 years ago in 2005. We started off with a project called Poulomi Waterfront, and we've executed projects like Mr. Sanjay had already expressed. We've also been into infrastructure. We've executed different projects across India, and then we've executed few projects here in Hyderabad, very prominently in the west of Hyderabad, which is again Kokapet, which is the most happening place in Hyderabad. So we've executed and handed over a project last year by name Poulomi Avante, and currently we have a very uber luxury project called Poulomi Palazzo, which is progressing at a very fast pace, which we are likely to hand over in 27. And we are also executing another project, which is A-grade commercial project called Poulomi Infinity. This is an office space coming across, it's a 1 million square feet of space. And this project is going to be handed over in the second quarter of this year. Okay, so these are the current projects that are ongoing, and then we have few other projects coming up. One likely to be launched sometime soon this year in Madina Guda, and another project in Secunderabad. So there are two new upcoming projects in Hyderabad as well. So this is a brief of what we have in store for the people of Hyderabad who actually trusted us and have invested with us and have moved along with us. So that's with what we have in store. Any questions that you will have which you would like me to answer?
You're welcome. But the concerns are the traffic, like you talked about. There is huge traffic congestion in Bangalore, which is creating a lot of hurdles. So what would be the way you plan to sell? And you're talking about North Bangalore. There are areas, of course, you said a lot of global capability centers are coming up, so there would be a demand, I'm sure. But how exactly are you going to, attract customers, and what is the timeline for your project in Bangalore? And could you also specify a little bit about rate? What is the price?
I'll just quickly answer that. I'm answering this, sorry.
Sure.
So we've chosen Bangalore North primarily because actually, if you observe in the last 2 years, a lot of these IT companies have started moving towards the north of Bangalore.
Yes.
That is one of the reasons we've identified north of Bangalore. So in terms of traffic congestion, I think that definitely that is a big challenge in Bangalore. So people would like to have a house which is closer to home. As Mr. Sanjay has already expressed, a normal travel time in Bangalore is about 2 to 2.5 hours each day, right? So to save on that, I'm sure a lot of people who are working in the vicinity of North Bangalore would probably look at our project because we are positioned that way, one. Second is our project is positioned very close to a lot of IT parks. A lot of new IT buildings are coming up in that vicinity as well, one. We are also very close to star hotels, we have shopping centers, we have schools. So all the amenities are already available in and around our proposed project. So that definitely convenience to the customer is going to be there. Yeah, that's one. Coming to the price, since we're yet to get RERA, we wouldn't like to announce that yet.
Okay.
We will announce it the moment we get RERA, which is most probably by this month end.
So
till that,
tentatively, could you disclose
we
something?
wouldn't like to disclose anything. It's
All
not
right,
fair.
okay.
Thank you.
But
Yeah.
rising property prices are
Yeah.
now creating a lot of problems to
Yes,
people
yes.
who are getting into, to the developers as well as the purchasers.
Correct.
The reason being the purchasers, it is like, it's a debt-driven purchase.
Correct.
60 to 70% of their amount goes in EMI.
Correct.
So do you think people would still want to come in a market which is now slowly, they are waiting for the correction in the market in Hyderabad, in Bangalore as well?
Yeah, I'll answer that separately for both Hyderabad and Bangalore as well, or some could be common. See, with the rising land prices, obviously there is going to be a rising cost. So the input cost major component is land, right? And if you look at the recent auctions, the way these prices are being going up, definitely this is going to hamper the sale, cost price, right? Along with that, there is also an incremental cost in the raw materials. Your cement is going up, your steel is going up, your labor cost is going up every year. So there is definitely going to be an incremental cost. Yeah, so that is a challenge that we all foresee. But I'm sure, see, for somebody, house is one of the most crucial investments in their life, right? And I don't think they will actually go back in holding. Probably they might adjust their budgets they might adjust the size of the flat according to the budgets.
Okay.
Right? They might reduce and go for a smaller flat if their budgets don't suffice.
Yeah, but then you said you're going for a 3 BHK.
Yes.
And the demand is on hold for the smaller homes.
Yeah,
the
in
2 BHK
Hyderabad,
and
Hyderabad,
no,
it's
even in Bangalore, it's the same.
Bangalore, fortunately, 2 and 2.5 are actually selling very well. Bangalore is a very
But not
different
many
market.
projects are coming up with that kind of a...
No, in fact, Niku, who's our neighbor there, has mostly 2 and 2.5.
Okay.
So that's why we try to restrict ourselves to be in that segment of 3 and 3.5. Primarily, the reason being is we don't want to compete with them, one. And second, we also foresee that there is a huge segment where in Bangalore, generally what they normally do is people who want larger apartments buy 2 adjacent apartments and club them and make one. So we thought, why should that customer compromise, right? When he's spending so much money, if we can try and give him the same amenities and facilities of a 3-bedroom in a better format by not combining 2 apartments. So I think definitely that should be beneficial. So we've come out with that concept here.
Okay.
And some of our apartments also have servant quarters built in within. So that's another USP that we're trying to provide.
Yeah, I was
there.
just wanting to ask you, there
Yeah.
are prestigious builders, I mean, very well-known builders
Yes.
like Salar Priya,
Yes.
Prestige, etc. in
Yes.
Bangalore.
Yes.
So what is your USP compared to
Our
very
USP
many
definitely,
builders?
as Mr.
Yes.
Sanjay has explained, our USP is primarily going to be openness. We are adding a lot of open areas in the community. We are also making it very nature loving. We have a lot of plants, a lot of greenery, right, in and around. So a lot of amenities and facilities are being provided, which should, I think, help us in sales.
Okay. So you didn't tell me about what is the timeline?
Yeah,
of
timeline, I
Hyderabad?
think we're just waiting for RERA, but as per RERA, I think we get about 5 years. But I think within 4 years, we should be able to hand over the project, yeah, from getting RERA approval.
Just one last question.
Yes, sure.
There is a lot of dependence in Bangalore. I mean, the
Yes.
feedback, the reports that
Yes.
are coming is there is a demand more for resale projects rather than going in for new. How do you see that market? I mean, the new
as-
versus old.
Yeah, as per our feedback, our market feedback, we have not seen that as a challenge because we do have a lot of first-time buyers who are still keen on buying an apartment there, one. And then we also have some customers who use it for rental value as well, who buy it as an investment. So we have such customers also there in Bangalore, probably the second home or the third home. So we have many such customers in North Bangalore also. In fact, we've been getting a lot of interest of late from known sources who want a second or third home as an investment opportunity. So I think there is a market for every segment there because the IT and IT related industry is definitely booming in Bangalore. So definitely we are very confident. I think that will assist us in our sales.
So would you also expand to the other cities that you were mentioning, Pune and...
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the other
Chennai
one?
and Pune are on our radar, but not immediately. We want to stabilize ourselves first in our Bangalore operations. Probably do a couple of more projects in Bangalore before we step out from Bangalore because we would like to take it slow and steady here and develop a brand in each city before we move ahead.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Thank you.
What is the project cost and how you are going to mobilize that money?
Okay. The project cost is about 900 crores. So partly we are going to we have already invested substantial amount towards land and all the approvals. Some part of it is definitely going to come in from financial institutions, and some part of it would come in from sales.
How many units you are going to build in this 9 acres?
These basically consist of 4 towers. So we will be doing that in 2 phases. Phase 1 would have 2 towers as the initial, and phase 2 we will be launching 2 more towers. Depending on sales velocity, we will launch phase 2. So I think the total project cost is about 1200 crores. Yeah. No, the total project cost is 1200 crores. We've already invested about 250 crores. Yeah, that's towards land and the requisite approvals.
Total project cost would be around.
Is about, roughly about 1200 crores.
How you are going to mobilize that funds?
That's what, as I told you, partly it's going to be from financial institutions and some part of it from sales, of course. Yes.
Bangalore is quite notorious for its bottlenecks, like bureaucratic delays.
Yeah, we've just encountered all of that. We've come out of it now. In fact, we were envisaging to launch this about a year back. We did have a press conference here about a year back, hoping that we will get all the requisite approvals by that time. But yeah, you know how it is. But we are finally out of the woods now, and we're just waiting for RERA. We're the last leg of it. RERA can happen any moment. We've done all the submissions. So I think in all probability, we should get it hopefully this week or next. And before this month end, we want to launch it. So unfortunately, we're not able to share all the details because without RERA, we're not allowed to share. So that's why we're keeping a little bit of it confidential. We'll release it once we get RERA, and we do one more press release for you. Yes.
Okay. First of all, congratulations on completing 20 years in Hyderabad, and also all the best for your new expansion plans in Bangalore.
Thank you very much.
You were saying it's a similar market. So what kind of differences you found, when it comes to the constructions and the approvals, because there are 2 different governments. So will that play any part in the cost?
See, primarily cost would not differ much because raw material cost is more or less the same in both these cities.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the land cost is considerably less in Bangalore when you compare to west of Hyderabad now. Because with the recent auctions, land prices have really gone through the roof, right? So comparatively, Bangalore land is still cheaper. That's one. But apart from that, I think rest of the costs are more or less similar. One.
Okay.
With regard to number of approvals, definitely Bangalore has a little more challenge.
Mm-hmm.
We need a lot more approvals when we compare to Hyderabad. Hyderabad is much quicker.
Okay.
We have the B pass and the building pass, right? The online system, which is much more quicker compared to Bangalore. Bangalore still requires a lot of approvals.
Mm-hmm.
For example, they still require BSNL approval.
Oh.
Right? None of us are using BSNL phones these days, but that is actually one of the mandatory process, right? As part of the. So yeah, so number of approvals are more there. So that's why it takes a little more time compared to the Hyderabad process. Hyderabad is much more streamlined and much more easier. So definitely there we didn't see much challenge. But I think apart from that, the rest of the cost is almost the same.
Okay, so there won't be any delay in the project, right? Because of these approvals?
We are starting the project only after getting all the approvals.
Okay.
Suppose that there is nothing else which is required, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're also saying that there are a lot of infrastructural projects around your project. So what is the reason for you choosing a residential project rather than a commercial project?
See, primarily we've been very comfortable in residential. If you look at our portfolio, I think 90% of our portfolio consists of residential projects so far that we've done. Our second project, which is Poulomi Infinity, which is our grade A IT building in Hyderabad, is due for handing over sometime in April. So that's our first project, second large project that we would say, or first large project in Hyderabad. So our forte has actually been residential. We are known for a premium and quality developer here in terms of residential. So we would like to open our book in Bangalore with residential. Definitely we're not saying no to commercial there. As and when there is a proposal or a good opportunity there for commercial, we will definitely look at commercial also in Bangalore.
Okay.
But we're starting our business with residential there.
Okay.
Like Hyderabad, do you think Bangalore also is in for premium homes? In Hyderabad is gone way beyond.
Oh, no. So Bangalore is a total different segment. Actually, each market is a little different. We have to be a little careful before we launch any project in any new city. Unlike Hyderabad, there is this huge fancy for large format apartments, large villas, large bedrooms, large living rooms. Everything is a little large here. Unlike Bangalore, I think 3,000, 3,500 itself is luxury for them, right? There, most of the apartments or villas are mostly compact and small size. We sell a lot of 2 and 2.5 in Bangalore. Unfortunately, in Hyderabad, if you look at Hyderabad now, 2 and 2.5 are actually not selling. Everybody here wants a 3-bedroom here. So it's a different segment, a different market. So we've studied that market in depth. And we've tried to probably do this 3 and 3.5 there in Bangalore now. Trying to, we are launching there at 1,550 onwards. Our minimum would be 1,550. Right?
Okay. Yeah, one last question.
Yes.
Yeah, here. Okay. So where do you want to see yourself, or where do you want to place yourself among the other established developers in Bangalore?
Definitely have to be ambitious. We would like to be amongst the top 5.
Okay.
Shortly, at least in the next 5 years, hopefully we should be amongst the top 5.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Are you also looking at some commercial ventures in Hyderabad, Bangalore, or other places, or it's only?
No, as I said, we've done
have one here,
we have 2 here. One was a joint with other parties, one individually which we've done, which is just due for handing over in April, which is known as Poulomi Infinity. It's a grade A IT building on Kokopet on the service road near Exit 1. That's our first large format grade A IT building of 1.1 million square feet. So I think post this, definitely we are looking at some other opportunities which are coming up. But currently we have 2 large residential projects in the pipeline now beyond this. One coming up in Madinagoda, as Maruti just explained. That's close to about 24 acres. And that should be about 5.5 million square feet of residential space coming up. That'll be a mid-budget apartment because that micro market demands mid-budget apartments. Secunderabad is a smaller property. It's on the main road near Kim's Hospital. So that's about 2.5 acres. That should hopefully come in within this.
In real estate business for over 28 years. I have seen the markets, but trust me, there's no market like Hyderabad. And the next happening city happens to be Bangalore. Just to remind you yet again, at Poulomi, we just don't make homes. No. We make homes for people. And we always keep their needs, what they want, their lifestyle in mind while designing a project. So in Bangalore, like Hyderabad, they have the tech industry there, IT, and very soon a lot of global capacity centers of multinationals all over. They're coming up at Bangalore as well, and thankfully around North Bangalore. So this is the first time more number of people, who aspire to buy a home. Earlier they were happy living in rented places, but then rental places always had a pressure. Post-COVID, people realized it's best to stay in your own house, and the buying profile varied right from all over the country, specifically from north, east, and down south and west. So majority are from outsiders who are buying, and they realize the value of a good home. So we decided that in the upcoming project at Bangalore, we will have 3 BHK onwards. Because people today, many of them, they work from home. There are times when the children have online classes. So every member needs a place, a room, where they can use it for their own purposes. So minimum 3 BHK is the need of the day at Bangalore today. Second, what has changed? You have seen in Hyderabad, I'm sure you have friends in IT industry, 5 days a week, and that too in Bangalore traffic. If you have to travel even 10 kilometers, it looks like interplanetary travel. You know, it could take anywhere. 10 kilometers in Bangalore is essentially 1.5 to 2 hours of driving. So, keeping that in mind, the stress levels that people have, this new project, which Prashant Ragwaru, he spoke about 9 acres. What we have done is, there are 3 top things that we have done. One is the configuration, 3 BHK onwards. Second, we understand the stress that they go through. So, how do we de-stress ourselves? Natural elements. So, we have a lot of 20 different varieties of flowers. Without even your knowledge, these aroma from the flowers heal your body. After all, why do we go home? It's to relax. It's to let the healing process happen in those 8 hours of sleep. So all those elements have been provided. And Bangalore is already a very congested city. Can you imagine? 85% of the 9-acre land parcel is open area. It's only in 15% that the construction happens. So it is very, very spacious, decrowded, decongested, and no vehicular movement at the zero level. The vehicles go directly into the parking lots. That is one big plus. Then, I'm sure you would have, you would be aware, you know, this class of people need sustainable homes. So our new project offers IGBC Platinum standards, making it absolutely, it's not a new concept in Bangalore. There have been few projects, but they were always considered premium. They always sold at 25% additional cost. But since it's our entry, we are just coming at a very nominal cost. We are not charging for giving that kind of lifestyle. And the people, the buyers, are already noticing it. I don't foresee a challenge. I know we have operated as Poulomi Estates most of the time in Hyderabad, but we have had a pan-India presence from the infra part of it, infrastructure business that we have been doing. And 20 long years of running this business gives us the confidence that we would be a good success in Bangalore as well. Okay, so this human-centric approach that Poulomi has perfected over 2 decades makes us one of the most reliable builders. And unlike other builders, we don't mass manufacture homes. It's designed to taste the need and the taste of the person, the buyer. And that's why we hardly have any complaints against us. So I think all of us who live in Hyderabad here should feel proud that we have a company which thinks about people. The human-centric approach of Poulomi makes us different from everybody. We have ensured that every transaction that happens, we maintain transparency. Okay? And then we don't go out to sell homes. We allow the buyer to take a decision because the market has changed. Today, a buyer, you could be the one. If you're going to invest your next 20 years' income in a house, you would have 10,000 questions and you will verify it on your own. Thanks to all of us on our mobile, we have different sources, maybe Google, maybe AI tools. People do a lot of cross checks. And that's where we score over others. What we offer is there to be seen. The very first video that you saw, I don't know if you observed, in the villa project, even I have done a lot of villa projects in Hyderabad. The roads are wide. There's a lot of space even for the visitor parking. Amenities which they need. It's not fanciful things. What they need, what they can use. Because after all, once we hand over the project, the housing society takes care of it. It should be easy for them as well. You know, so this approach makes us very different from others. Always, like good company, we are always sensitive to the changing legislations, and we very strictly operate as per government policies. What is the future demand stability? Like Hyderabad, Bangalore also, for next 2 decades, for sure, has a huge market potential. And we don't want to compete with anyone else because there's no one like us. But having said that, we would take a decent amount of market share when we enter Bangalore. We are very confident of it. So I hope we need your good wishes as well. We will succeed. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Thank you. I would invite Mr. Maruti Rangarao, who is our Vice President Strategies, and he will take forward from me.
For more videos like this, subscribe Big TV channel.